Hey everyone, this is Harry for the Growby10 channel. Today is Saturday, November 14, about 8 p.m. Thank you for joining me today for my podcast. Today the word is gold. And the mere mention sends shivers of pleasure down many gold investors' spine. Many investors, maybe even you, are counting down the days of the dollar, even praying that the dollar crashes so your gold and precious metal holdings can skyrocket. It seems like every day the dollar is closer to its death, and you feel you're so close to these obscene profits, don't you? Hey, you're not alone. Even many without a dime invested or even to invest want this whole entire system to come crashing down. And if it does come crashing down, they want it to come crashing down on the heads of these elite bankers, financiers, and businessmen who, many on YouTube, in the mainstream media, even our government, are holding up as idle heads to be sacrificed for their crimes of greed and capitalism. You know what? You may get what you want, but there may be even a greater price you have to pay after having your wish granted. Gold is related to inflation, to deflation. It's related to our economic health and unemployment, but at its core, it's about our confidence in those who run this country. It's a voting system. It's a voting mechanism for the world, and now it's voting down the dollar and the entire U.S. financial system. Again, gold, stocks, unemployment, currency, China, India, etc., etc. Everything's all related. And some forces are stronger than others. Now, we all try to look at the future, look into the future, mainly by focusing on the past. And if you know really what to look out for, they should give us a lot of clues. Especially when we talk about long-term forecasting. I'm going to say right now, long-term forecasting is easy. And if we're wrong, we're probably 10 foot under, buried in the dirt. But what's going to happen in the next few months, in the next few years, is much more difficult. And I believe the last couple of years, gyrations in all the markets have tripped up the most sophisticated investors, and for that matter, some of the largest, most established, most respectable financial firms in all of the world. If you don't believe me, just look at the recent gravestones on Wall Street and, of course, all the failed banks. I'm going to tell you something that I personally believe. The markets, in the short term, is a lying, thieving whore. Setting you up, let me repeat that, setting you up to rape your wealth and to leave you looking like a fool. Or, worse, leave you for dead. Now, we are still in an economic downturn, recession, and for millions of our fellow Americans and fellow citizens around the world, it's a full-fledged depression. What they say on TV about the recovery, about green shoots, about everything being hunky-dory now, it's not your reality, because it's not reality. Look around and trust yourself. Things are not good. But look at the stock market. We're witnessing a historic rally. Mythical proportions, people. This is just massive. I think it's not going to last. It could go on for a few weeks, a few months. My best hypothesis and my analysis tells me that early next year, maybe February, March, the markets will start to go back down. And I think could go down quite a bit, and we're going to talk about that later on. When this happens, if it happens, next week, next month, or early next year, money will, as it has in the past, rush into dollars first. Now, I say first because that's very important. When there's trouble, when there's chaos, when there's doom and gloom, the dollar will be what investors, governments, institutions will go into. There is no alternative. Although the dollar may collapse and be worthless or just a fraction of what it is sometime in the future, the time is not now. There are too many countries, too many powerful forces that do not want this to happen. And most of you, I would say virtually all of you, should be in this camp as well. You know, those who want the dollar to crash, even those of you out there who hold gold, yes, I'm talking to you, may become investment rich, but your life, the way you live, every aspect of your lifestyle, you and your children's future will never be the same in a world where the US dollar is worthless and no longer the world reserve currency. Part 2 is tomorrow. I'm going to talk more about the dollar and gold. Thank you for listening. Please rate, please subscribe, because I have some very cool freebies that I'm going to be giving to my subscribers in the future. I'm going to talk to you about that. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and add me as a friend on Facebook and follow my updates on Twitter. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.